Hello, Spiritual Collective. So, tonight's additional reading, I felt called to pull another message, and the first card I received, or pulled, both, was the Five of Air. And let me see that. This is an interesting image because the first thing I got was a mask, taking off the mask, blindfolded. So you're blindfolded, removing a mask, holding your face, holding a face that's separate from yours. So, and then we have the black feathers and then the white. She's mostly wearing white. So anyways, definitely getting a feeling of removing a mask or being authentic in a new way. Because it was followed by integrity. Did you used to wear a mask? Are you still wearing a mask? Do you need to take a mask off? Do you embrace who you are? Are you really, have you really stepped into who you are authentically? I mean, you know who you are. I mean, if you're at this channel, you've done enough work to know who you are. Do you express this? Sorry. Do you express it authentically? Do you express yourself authentically? Do you live authentically? Are you holding yourself back? Are you removing this part of yourself? There's also an element of not seeing. What are you not seeing? So I still have some questions about this, but that's what it feels like. The fact that that was followed by integrity. Integrity to yourself. There may be others who around you who are not in their integrity, which we know, we've had readings, we know we are surrounded by people who are less than authentic and less than true. This was followed by the youth. And with this I'm getting something new, sorry, my words today. Okay, so stepping out on a new path. I feel like this is a feeling of newness for you. Maybe expressing yourself more authentically is something new to you. You feel stable. You feel like you're sure of who you are. You definitely have guidance in your life. You're definitely guided. You have divine guidance as well. But I feel like if something is new is starting out in a way that's expansive, but you're sure, it's not like you're uneasy. I feel like you have a good grasp on where you're going, but you're definitely feeling inspired to take a step, to go out, to search for this integrity or deeper integrity, because I'm pretty sure you are true to yourself, or at least you try to be. There's meditation. You need to meditate. You need to go within. Maybe this will reveal to you the meaning, more meaning of this, the meaning of this card. What you need to see. You need to close your eyes and meditate in order to see. Are you being true to yourself? How can you live more authentically? How can you feel sure in where you are going in an authentic and true way? Vision. Ooh, vision. Again, okay, vision. And the blindfold. There's something about vision here. There's something about seeing. And so with meditation as well as receiving a vision. But also just seeing. Are you not seeing something? Focus. You need to be focused. This, I wanted to turn around. You need some focus in your life. This meditation will help. This will help you. Maybe the focus is being more authentic. Maybe you need, yeah. Maybe you just need to feel more comfortable in taking the steps needed, the journey towards yourself to become more authentic. Okay, this could be, okay, I might be speaking to someone, not everybody. Again, this is a general reading, so again, it's not going to be for everyone. But I think I'm speaking to someone who is still finding themselves, like, they know, you know, if this resonates with you, you know yourself, but you're still trying to find a way to be more authentic, to step into your authenticity. You've had to hold back, you feel like you've had to wear a mask, and you have found it hard to really know yourself in a way because you've been holding yourself back, or you've been hiding yourself behind this mask, hiding who you truly are. It's there, but you need to take a journey within. You need to, and without, maybe you need to also go somewhere. And again, take it how it applies, but definitely there needs to be a journey that starts out within. Okay, and you need to meditate and find this focus. You need a focus, and it will help you be able to see. This is really starting to be jumbled up because these cards are acting up. they're acting erratic. Maybe there's something erratic in your life. Maybe that's why you don't feel comfortable being yourself. You're in a chaotic environment. It could be you're in a chaotic environment, which doesn't allow you to be authentic and true to yourself the way you want to be. Listening. Ooh, listen. This is the one about, like, not all light is good and not all dark is bad. Let me go ahead and read it because I want to get it, say it right. Darkness does not always equate to evil, and light does not always bring good. Here I am seeing these dark feathers, and she's clothed in white, but she's wearing a mask. This could be you, this could be someone around you. I think it for different people, for some people, it could be both ways. But again, someone may be putting on airs that they're good, but they're not. There's that with the mask. There is elements of that. But also, you also may, some of you may feel that you have to put on airs, that you have to hide certain things about you because they could be perceived as being bad, being viewed as evil, bad, sinful, wrong, and you have to come off a certain way, even though it's not authentic to who you are. The judgments of others are weighing down on you and not allowing you to really feel your true self, which you need to take a journey to find. Individuality. Individuality. Integrity. This is about you being you. This is about you being true to who you are. Okay, and for some reason, there's something that you feel others are judging you with who you are, that you can't express it fully, that you're hiding something. Individuality. So, it's okay. You need to take these steps to really feel comfortable expressing yourself. It won't happen overnight. You need to take these steps, again, this journey inside, but also without taking the steps towards your authenticity. You need to listen when you meditate to your inner self. You need to focus. You need to clear out the noise. Also, a couple of you watching, you're younger. Some of you. Obviously not all of you. Some of you may be younger. You may have just left home. You may still feel like you're under the thumb of family or people who are close to you. You know, your surroundings, your community, it may still feel oppressive to you in some way, not letting you expand and not letting you express who you are. You may be hiding things because of this. Okay. Ooh, whoa. Okay, hiding things, and the moon comes out. And the moon with fulfillment. Okay. Getting a few things here. There's an aspect of you that is hidden, obviously. But also, too, that you may be drawn to some things that are viewed, again with this listening card, that are viewed as more darker, more, well, that you know, some people may call evil or dark, or, you know, even just with witchcraft, maybe the people around you don't approve. But this is fulfilling for you. If you step into this black cat energy, you may be the outsider. It's fulfilling. This is not for everyone, but I do feel like someone coming through is a young person and they aren't able to express themselves the way they want to because it's seen a certain way. And their real strength will be amplified when they go within and they find a way to become more authentic. But this will be fulfilling for you. Maybe engage in some moon magic may be helpful. Feline deity. These might be helpful. These are just things that may be helpful. Rigid. Yeah. You need, okay, this is always the boundary card. But yeah, boundaries. But also I feel like this more so for you, this person, this young person, is the rigidity around you. There's something rigid around you that you feel you can't express, but you need to be able to fly above and look out. You need another perspective to look over and find a way to escape this. Okay? When you dive deeper into the mysteries, this will help you. There's something there for you in the night, and there's something there for you in the darker aspects of spirituality that sometimes are demonized, but even just spirituality and witchcraft alone is demonized. But something about really embracing that darker aspect will be helpful for you. Trapped. And loyalty. Okay. Yeah, see? Okay. You're trapped. You feel trapped. This came out right after rigid. Because I'm getting, like, usually this is boundaries card. And those are always important. But this time I was getting rigid. Like, there is something rigid around you that you need to get a better perspective on. That you need to get over to where you can see where you're going. Because also, again, with sight. He's looking over this rigid rock, and again, blindfolded, and then vision and focus. There's something about sight here that you need to see. There's something you need to see. You see your way out of, because you feel trapped. And part of this has to do with loyalty. Your loyalty to what other people think, your loyalty to your family or people around you, your community, has you trapped. You need to be loyal to yourself. Once you become loyal to yourself and you go on this journey to who you are and to move more into your authentic self, you'll get out of this trap. It's not easy. People aren't going to like it. And then, of course, here we come in with boundaries. That's the flip side of this card for you, is going to be the boundaries that you need to have for yourself. You need to try to find a way out of this rigid environment. You need to find a way out of this controlling aspect of your life so that you can gain footing and you can see over the ledge to your new life. Okay? Cycles. Moon is important here. Moon cycles. Feminine cycles may be important here for you. But also moon cycles. I feel if you did moon magic, this would be helpful for you. Also, again, with just witchcraft in general. There's also cycles that you need to approach this with, this movement. This journey, the journey of the moon to fulfillment. From new beginning to fulfillment. You may have emotional swings because of this oppressive environment that you're in. I'm sorry. It's hard. It is hard. I tell you, it is hard. And it takes a while. It's not going to happen overnight. Controlling homes, controlling a lot, you know, if you're in a controlled environment, like too controlling environment, it's hard. And you might have to take some steps that may still be not your favorite steps to take, but they're closer. Yeah. Risk. You need to take a risk. You need to get out there. You do need to leave. You need to get out there. You need to take this journey. You need to take this risk. See, with this youth card, even though it's not the Fool card, definitely getting full imagery, like with the Fool card, you know, with the dog and the journey, the person on the journey, the Fool on the journey, and the risk on the cliff. And there's not a cliff here, but, oh yeah, no, sorry. There is a cliff there. Never mind. There's a cliff there. Am I right? Okay, either way, the cliff is here, and you need to head out, and you need to put yourself out there. Putting yourself out there, again, easier said than done. Even if it's in a little way, you need to take these steps to get yourself out of this situation that's too controlling for you. It's too controlling for you. Yeah, you're also around a lot of disingenuous people, and they expect you to be the same way. Lust. Okay, there may be something that's perceived as lusty about you, or like if you stepped into this person that you are, if you were authentic to yourself, you may be seen as being lusty. This is the female, like this is an example, a young female coming into like womanhood and really embracing that part of her beauty, her sexuality, and then being demonized for it. I'm feeling like, yeah, oh, I don't want to be seen as this way. So I'll be seen as, you know, call you a slut, or that you're sinful, that you're a Jezebel spirit, or whatever they call it. You know, like things like that. There also is probably like I feel like there's an aspect of a religious family here. Even if it's not overly religious, there's religious aspects, or they're just super controlling. But you're at that age where it's like, for the young person, that you're at that age where you can get out, or you're close to that age where you can get out. I feel like you're at that age where you can get out, or that you should have gotten out, but circumstances held you back. You know, you weren't able to move. So you're still in that environment, and you've been ready to leave, and you've been ready to express yourself, but you couldn't. And that's sad. I know it's hard. I got chaos and reminder here. Chaos and reminder. Could be a storm. I know there's a storm going on for anyone. For anyone involved or experiencing the storm currently going on. Of course, this is a timeless reading, so there may also be a storm whenever you're watching this that's significant. But my condolences, and I hope everything works out. I hope that it's not as serious as it could be. Wishing the best. But the storm, the chaos in general, and a reminder. Yeah, it's also a chaotic environment. And there's something that you should have done that you need to do. Maybe you forgot about it. Maybe you had a plan to leave, and then something happened, sorry, that was chaotic and it got you to forget. Something, you got a plan, you're going to do something, chaos happens, people acting chaotic, being stupid, things happening that are out of your control, and then you have to stop for a while, but then you don't pick up the plan, you don't do the thing. Or maybe you're planning to do something that would have like helped you become more authentic or experience something, go somewhere, and then you had to put it off because of chaos or a storm, and then, but don't forget, or you could have forgotten. But you need to pick this thing back up. You need to remember. You need to go for it. Okay? Whoa. Ooh. These two cards just let out of the box, okay? I got check yourself and insecure. Okay. You're probably insecure, obviously, and you need to check yourself. You need to check. You need to make sure that you're doing the right things, coming from the right place, making the right moves. Make sure that you're on the up and up. But you're insecure. I'm also feeling like there's an element of watching because you feel other people watching you. And maybe they're also checking up on you. Okay, yeah, you might be a person who, again, is in this overbearing environment where people like check up on you and they watch you and you feel uncomfortable. This makes you feel insecure. There's an element of that. I'm feeling that, yeah. Emotional intelligence. So gaining that emotional intelligence, going within, knowing yourself, really analyzing, doing some shadow work. Emotional intelligence. I feel like some people around you really don't have this. I mean... you know, I feel like you're, yeah, some of the people around you just, yeah. Okay. Divorce and a recording, announcement, expression, or revealing. Oh, maybe you're in a marriage and, oh, there may be some of you that are in a marriage and you want to get a divorce, but you can't find a way to divorce because this isn't authentic to you anymore. It's a controlling environment, or it feels oppressive. You know, it feels oppressive. You feel like it's an overbearing and you want to get a divorce, but you can't, or you can't find the way to, but you will, there's like an announcement of a divorce. Maybe you want to get a divorce and you feel like you can't say the words, but you might just have to. That might have been also another thing that another person was like putting off because chaos happened and then you forgot. You were going to announce it, but then you didn't. Okay, so that may be significant for some of you. Ooh, someone had an affair. Someone had an affair and there was, you want to get a divorce, or you got a divorce because of this lust card. Okay. Also that you may be seen as someone, again, someone sees someone as a slut. And also for that younger person, that this divorce is like divorcing, like, I mean, obviously you're old enough that I feel like you don't have to divorce your parents, but, breaking away from this environment for you, for that person. But you want to announce that you want to leave, and you haven't been able to do that because some of you want to get a divorce and some of you just want to leave your situation, which is, you know, it's the same thing, kind of, yeah. Putting on a show and a pregnancy test. Oh, okay, with cycles too. Someone could have a pregnancy scare. Someone could have got pregnant. Someone thinks they're putting on a show about being pregnant, that it's not true. Also, someone's just seen as again, like, someone thinks someone in this situation is a slut. Okay? Or a slutty behavior, supposedly. Not saying that. Or maybe there is someone who is, that's in your, again, very general reading. Putting on a show. Could be an entertainer, but also putting on a show. Like, people think that the drama, you're putting on a show. It's not true. It's inauthentic. It's inauthentic. You're putting on a show. It's not true. You're not being true to yourself. You're putting on a show. You're putting on a show. Okay. Someone's putting on a show. Or seen as putting on a show. There's definitely some sexual energy here. Maybe we're getting a lot of little sexual cards coming out. But authenticity is important right now. And again, the moon. So maybe that pregnancy thing, yeah. With moon cycles, you know, period, missing your period, you know. That could be an aspect for some. Okay, and then we have tired of the drama with setting the record straight. Okay, someone's tired of the drama. You're tired of the drama. You want to set the record straight with that announcement. You want to set the record straight. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I want a divorce. I'm leaving this family. I'm moving out. I'm coming out. I'm moving out. I'm out. I'm out as a witch. I'm out as whatever. And again, you're insecure because you know you feel people watching and they're not going to improve. Because whatever it is, it's not going to be taken. Oh, someone might be announcing that they're pregnant. And it'll be seen as they're a slut. And they are scared to announce that. There's that too. Definitely setting the record straight. Definitely tired of the drama. There's a lot going on in this reading. There's a lot of, I'm getting a lot of different people, a lot of scenarios here. This is really a lot of people here. Depression, yeah, it's led towards depression. You know, you're trying to get away from your family. They're oppressive. You know, you wanted to be long gone and you're still there and it's oppressive. You're depressed. You're in a marriage and you don't want to be there anymore. You're not being authentic to who you are. You need to move on. You don't know how to say it. You want to get a divorce and you're depressed. Someone's pregnant and they don't know how to come out and say it and they're depressed. This is a lot, okay? I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. This is a lot. I mean, this is a lot of things going on. Okay, well, see what we got to do here. Getting played. Wait. Okay. All right. Getting played. Manipulation, lies, and control. Yeah, you're being, yeah. Again, with like that first card that came out. You know, with the not totally honest, not totally, you know, there's something there that's a little bit like maybe not what it is. And then again, you have this card with the listening about what's dark isn't always bad and what's light isn't always good. So there's something there that's like kind of playing with your head, not being authentic. They're not being authentic. And they want your loyalty. They want your loyalty, whether that be to your family, to your marriage, to your religion, whatever that is. This loyalty is coming to play. That's where the manipulation, they want you to be loyal. But you got to be loyal to yourself. Falling apart, falling into pieces. You may feel this way. Also, your life could feel this way with the chaos card when you set things into motion. It's not going to be easy, but it needs to be done. It's not going to be easy. It definitely needs to be done. Okay. You need some guidance. You need guidance to really help you move into this, really to take some steps. We know you need to move into your authenticity. Is there any more guidance to how you're going to do that? What is no bearing on what will be? What does your ideal look like and ideal life look like and feel like? Okay, this is about being authentic with your ideal life and what it looks like and what it feels like. Keep this in your head. So when you're like finding it hard to do what you need to do and say what you need to say, you need to remember this. What does your ideal life look like and feel like? You're important. You have your life ahead of you. You have the rest of your life ahead of you. You have something to look forward to, but you need to be authentic to yourself, and you need to keep this. I'll make sure it's up here for a while. You have to make this a priority. What does your ideal life look like and feel like? Do a journal on that. Journal on that. Write it down so that you know what your ideal life is, so that you know that it's more concrete when you work towards it. When it's hard, you have something there to really push you forward to make the move. Rest, renew, and recharge. What does your body crave and need right now? Also, don't feel bad about resting, recharging. You need that right now, along with that meditation. You need to meditate and you need to rest right now to get your mind to focus and to calm that chaos that's in your life, because your life feels chaotic and you feel depressed. You need to meditate, you need to rest. You need to take it easy and you need to chill. Even if you don't meditate right away, you need to chill. At least take some time to rest. You need to do that for yourself. So rest and write about your ideal life and what it looks like and what it feels like. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? Okay, again, with integrity and truth and authenticity, how can you live with more of that? And again, setting out, like I'm getting like this setting out on, what did it say? Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure, going on this, that's authenticity, but that's good too. No, going on this adventure, setting out on this quest of your creative life. Your life is a creative adventure, and you're ready to set out on that. It's just you have a lot of things holding you back, but you're ready. I feel like you're ready. You're waiting, but you're ready to take that step, and you need to take that step. It's all in divine order. Allow. How can you relax into the flow and go with the current of life? So go with it. Like okay. So take your steps forward. Have your goal. Move towards it, rest, but also get in the flow of it. Like, don't overdo it. Like, don't rush it or force it in a way. You need to make it happen, but you need to find the path of least resistance. Flow into it naturally. Find ways that naturally happen that you can take advantage of the events in your life that naturally happen, that's happening, to take these steps forward to get you where you're going. Okay? So, take it easy, but take steps to move out. To show signs in your relationship that you want to move on. But there's things that you can do. Easy steps that you can do to make these things happen. It's not going to be easy, but you can take it easy on yourself while you're doing this. You just got to be, again, it's going to take time, but you just got to put yourself first. Again, the one of the most important thing was rest, take it easy, but the main thing here is being sure of what you want your life to be and moving towards that. Like, don't forget that that's what you want for yourself. Your life is a creative adventure. Go for it. You are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. Okay, remember we had the focus card. What you focus on manifests. Okay? So you need to focus on that. You need to focus on what you want your life. Again, with that goal setting. Like, I want my life to, this is what my ideal life looks like. Walk towards that. You can make it happen. You can manifest it with the steps that you take on this road towards your new life, your new goal, your new purpose. Okay? Things are not what they seem, and you are trapped by your illusion. Yeah. There's people around you and your confusion. Again, with the chaos card, the trapped card, the rigid card, there's a lot of things that's not helping you, right? But as long as you have that clear goal and you know the steps you need to take to move towards the life that you want, it may be a little hard and hazy to see, but as long as you know exactly where you want to go, then you'll be fine. But know that it's going to take a little work on your part, contemplation and analysis on your part to get what you want. Come together, we need each other. Where have you been separating yourself or pushing against others in the world? So maybe there's people that you can work with. Maybe there's people in your vicinity that, again, they're controlling and rigid, but maybe there's a way to interact with them that can be less so until you can get out of this situation. So take a look at there's an aspect of checking yourself and checking your actions and your interactions with these other people. Maybe limiting that, and then maybe trying to reach out to others. Again, like, you don't have to, I wouldn't just go out like trying to like make connections with people like, that is just that you'll know if you can, if you should branch out, reach out to others. But you need to look at your relationships. Again, relationships are an issue. This reading is about relationships holding you back from your authenticity. Okay. Turn your worrying to wonder. Surrender to the experience. What possibilities can you dream into reality? Okay. When you find yourself worrying about things, try to look at the positive side and try to think of the things that you want to manifest in your life and the experiences that you want to have and work towards that. Breathe. This moment matters the most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate that all is well? Focus on the moment. Breathe. Take a rest. Meditate and focus. Okay? All right? You got this. Living an authentic life is going to make some people mad. You're not going to make people happy when you move towards what makes you happy. Some people will be happy for you. A lot of people won't be happy. And you just have to realize that and move forward anyway. Okay? You're making yourself happy. You're going to meet people who you mesh with and that you get along with when you become your authentic self. But when you hold yourself back, this isn't going to happen for you. And you're only going to make things for yourself worse. You're going to live a very hard life. It's going to be hard to step out and move out into the life you want to live. But it's going to be much, much harder to live a life that you don't want to live because of other people. Okay? I know a lot of us have almost went down that road. A lot of us. So just know that there's support out there. You can go online, you can find people, you can hear their stories. But you need to move forward. You need to be unafraid to be who you are and take those steps forward because your whole life is waiting for you.